So this is velocity and this is qv cross b, right? So we can say q into whatever this, let us say it is v finally, total is v along tangent, v tau, let us say v tangent. So q into v tau into b, that is force in this direction. But what is the acceleration in this direction? Acceleration will be nothing but v naught square by r,
v naught square by r,
centripetal acceleration. Therefore I can say force upon mass is also acceleration. Q into v tau into b divided by m should be equal to not this only. There is another force also. Mg force is plus mg. What is the component of mg this side?
Cos theta, sir.
Not theta, cos theta. Theta 90 minus theta.
Sin theta,
sin theta. So then I can write g sin theta plus this total force is equal to total. Let us write in terms of force. I am writing. This is in terms of force. Mg sin theta plus qv tau b, that should be equal to m into v naught square by r. Now, is it sufficient to get the answer or not? Let us check once. Theta is given 90 degrees.
Yes, they were asking at the
Bead
top.
moves along with the ring without any contact force from the ring.
The mean to say
90 degrees means net tangential velocity is 0, sir.
Net tangential velocity will become 0. The ring has mass.
No mass, sir. Bead only has mass.
Bead only has mass. Okay.
Yes.
Bead only has mass, and bead is passing through this. While it is passing through this during rolling, then tangential velocity becomes 0. But mg is acting. Then mg should be equal to mv square by r. If it has no contact force at this place, and but v, yes, right.
Equal to mv square. Right, sir. Mg equal to mv square.
Mg is acting downwards at the highest point, and v square by r is the centripetal acceleration at the highest point. So therefore, I am saying mg should be equal to m into v square by r, as normal will be 0. There will be no normal acting.
That centripetal force equals magnetic force only.
Again, we can equate this to magnetic force. Yes, sir.
This only magnetic force is acting or not acting? That is not acting at this instant when velocity is 0.
Yes, sir.
You can see this equation also, which we derived in general for whatever theta. In this, if I put theta as 90 degrees here, then I get mg one hand, other side. What is q vtv?
0, sir.
That is 0 because velocity 0 is equal to m into v naught square by r. From here also we are getting, then r becomes equal to tangential acceleration will be not existing at the instant shown. Radius, we are not getting any of these then. For theta 90, let us see the solution. Maybe if minor mistake is there in the question, we will unnecessarily waste our time. Question number 5. How are they taking it downwards? I don't understand. See, this diagram is also different, no? Here they seem to be taking it at bottommost point. If I take it at the bottommost point, let's see what happens then. At the bottommost point, mg is downwards.
Velocity will become 2v naught, sir.
Velocity will become 2v naught. And centripetal acceleration will become, or centrifugal force will become m into 2v naught square by r. and the inside force will become Q into 2V naught into B, upward force. Then my question is Q into 2V naught B is equal to M into 4V naught.
mg plus m 2v naught
It
4v
becomes like
naught
this.
square by r.
Okay. Then this is the situation in that case. Plus mg is also there. Mg plus this will be equal to m into 4v naught square by r. What is
For
their equation?
RHS,
There are only two equations for actually. The written direct.
Two equations.
Q not B equals to M not square.
Qv naught b is equal to mv square by r. Qv naught b is equal to mg. How is Qv v naught equal to mg and how is it equal to mv square by r separately?
also not possible.
How are they writing this equation? Wait, let me think about it. What is it?
We add both to 2q v naught b by mv. No, sir, not possible. Sir.
Qvb. Maybe question is not, wording is not proper, so that's why we are not understanding. Just leave it for the time being. We will see if there are any key changes. Otherwise, I will discuss with my colleagues.
I think we can have different frame of reference. With different frame of reference was writing.
Why
Like in the
should they
first
write it?
option they were saying
Let me check. Also, insulating ring is informed splitting without constant velocity. V naught. A charge
the
bit of
first
mass
option
m
it
and
was
charge.
written as
What?
in the first option centripetal force
The
on B
central
from the
force
frame of
force on the
reference.
frame of the reference. Okay, okay.
So that they were
This also
writing
we have to
direct.
check. This also we have to
Yes.
check in different frame what happens, right? We are doing it in ground frame only.
So we can change.
But what about in the other frame? Centripetal force on the bead from the frame of reference of the center of mass of the ring. From the frame of reference of the center of mass of the ring, the centripetal force will be equal to Q
Yes.
V naught B because
mv naught square by r equals to 0 in the frame of.
mv naught square
So
by
that
r is equal to
V naught will become 0 now.
no.
Relate
Wait,
to
wait,
V
wait.
naught.
Wait a second.
Sir, in the frame of center of mass.
No, wait. First of all, that question is wrong only. Well, let me correct the equation which we have written first. What we were writing here, this is wrong itself. Centrifugal force will be not m into 2v naught square by r. That was mistake. Sorry. That will still be m into v square by r only. So our equation should be m into v naught square by r plus mg.
You need to take only tangential velocity. Sorry.
Reason is
We are writing here V naught.
we
Only
quick, let us say
tangential
the
velocity.
bottommost point is b. Let us say acceleration of b with respect to c plus acceleration of c is equal to total acceleration of b. But acceleration of center is 0. I think there is no horizontal force on the total ring so that it can have any horizontal acceleration. So acceleration of center is 0. That's the acceleration of b with respect to center is also acceleration of b. And acceleration of b therefore should not be written as 2v naught square by r, but with respect to center, we know clearly it is moving in a proper circular path. So therefore it should be just v square by r. That is the acceleration of b point. Therefore, this I can write this way also. The net force acting on it. Let's not write in terms of this pseudo force. I will write in terms of acceleration. V naught square by r is the acceleration. Net force is mg downwards. Qv 2v naught b upwards. This also how I am taking the same direction. I don't know what have I done here. Q2 V naught B is upwards. If it is upwards, is it upwards or not? Let me check once. Q V naught B. Yes, upwards only. MG is downwards first. Then these are also not in same direction. Why what we have done here? I don't know. Completely wrong. Q into 2 V naught B is upwards and MG is downwards. That is equal to M into V naught square by R. That is the question. Upward force minus downward force is equal to mass into centripetal acceleration, and centripetal acceleration is V naught square by R only. That is our equation anyway. in the ground frame. I'm not saying in any other frame. In the ground frame, this should be the, should it be the equation or not? Is it in the ground frame or center frame? It is in the ground frame only. Why? Because in I
ground
finally I have written finally I have written AB. So I'm not in the center frame. I'm in the ground frame only now. Finally, this is the equation in the ground frame. What will be the equation in the centers frame? That we may check.
Centers frame only rotation, sir.
In centers frame, pure rotation only.
Then
Yes,
directly
sir.
centripetal
Transverse
force
velocity
because
becomes zero.
magnet is so.
Reto trans.
What about MG?
Sorry, sir. MG also will have.
Mg will be there.
MG will be there. MG in the center of mass frame, it will be there. And what force will be there? Q into
Upward,
Force will be
QV
there.
Q
not
V
B,
naught
sir.
B will be there now. Upward force will be that. But acceleration will still be equal to V naught square by R, right or
V
not?
naught square by R. Yep, right.
So it means there should be some other force acting, that is QE. Right? I told you that magnetic field may convert into electric field. So some other force should be acting, that is Q into E upwards. So that Q into E plus Q into V naught B minus mg is equal to V naught Q into M into V naught square by R. Because we cannot get this equation otherwise. Q into V naught B minus mg plus some additional force is equal to M into V naught square by R. I know what that additional force is. That additional force will be due to the conversion of part of magnetic field into electric field. Now how much it is converted we can tell directly. F is equal to QE, and if I compare this with the upper equation, then I know this QE should also be equal to QE into V naught into B. Right or not?
Yes, sir.
That should be equal to Q into V naught into B. Now, if I go into a frame of the charge itself, in the frame of charge, it has velocity 2 V naught. If I go in that frame, then this field force will become completely zero. Magnetic field force. Only what will appear then? QE will only appear, and QE will be balanced by mg. But in that frame, the equation will be like this: QE upwards, mg downwards, and there is no centripetal acceleration because, oh no, wait, centripetal acceleration will be there even then. Will it be there or not? Because if I start moving with constant velocity in horizontal direction, I cannot change the vertical acceleration. Centripetal acceleration will still be existing. But then equation will become, let us say it is QE dash. In which frame it is QE dash? With respect to observer, who is himself moving with what velocity? 2 V naught in that frame. In his frame, V naught square by R is still existing upwards. Downward force is mg. Upward force is QE dash. QE dash minus mg is equal to M into V naught square by R. What is QE dash? Now QE dash will become equal to 2 into Q VB or not? What was QE last time we got QES? For this case,
QVB only, sir.
that we got
QE naught.
QVB. Q
QV
into
naught
velocity of observer into B, right? Now it will become Q into
Yes,
2
sir.
V naught B. That it will become. Because our equation should be still same only. Q2 V Q naught V minus mg. So it means indirectly whatever E we are getting, that is equal to just V into B. So when velocity of observer becomes 2 times V naught, then it will become 2 V naught B. That is a field which we are getting here. And we also know now that Q into 2 V naught B minus mg is equal to M into V square by R. And we started doing it for the case when we are assuming 90 degree to be downwards, but actually according to their diagram 90 degree should be upwards. So if I go according to that diagram, then our equation will be different. I just lost in between. I don't know, we were having doubt in this question whether they have done it right or not, so I started checking it by taking theta as minus 90. But if I take upwards only, then we have a completely different set of equations. We have to look for those also. Mg downwards, and what is downward in this case? V velocity is 0, no force downwards. Mg is only balanced by 1 force upwards, which is equal to okay. Mg is equal to QVB, right? Not QVB. Mg is equal to M into V square by R. This we were
Centripetal
getting
force will be acting na sir still.
M into V square by R. This is Mg in this case when it is at the highest point. And if I go from the center of mass frame, then in the center of mass frame, I will observe its velocity to be backwards, V naught. And magnetic field is into the plane. Then which direction the force will be acting? QV cross B downwards. Q into V naught B downwards. And Mg also downwards. But in that case,
when velocity is backward, then it will be upward now. So
QV cross B, no, downwards it will be, why it will be upwards? B is into the plane.
Downwards on this, sir.
What kind of
Really
right hand thumb rule you are using? This is this side downwards only. V naught is minus I cap. B is minus K cap.
yes,
What is
sir,
I
yes, sir.
minus I cap? Okay,
Minus J cap.
minus J cap. QV naught B plus Mg plus, now there will be some additional force appearing, which is QE, and that should be equal to M into V square by R. Centripetal acceleration remains same. Then I'm noticing that Mg was separately equal to mv square by R. This will cancel that. Then QV naught B is equal to Q into E. But I'm not getting any of the confusion which they are giving, really. Question number 5. Just let us leave it for some time and then I will figure it out later on.
Okay.
Question number 6. 7.
Sir, 8 sir.
8th. Charge particle is kept at a rest on the smooth horizontal surface in uniform magnetic field B, which is directed vertically downwards as shown on the figure, which is the top view. Observer is moving with constant velocity V towards right. Then with respect to the observer, which of the following statements are correct? Path of the charged particle. Scene will be straight line only because there is no force acting on the charged particle. Right or not?
Right.
Yes, sir.
There is no force acting on the charged particle. If no force is acting on the charged particle, then the charged particle will be just stationary. No, sorry, not stationary. In the ground frame stationary, but in the frame of this person, it will be moving with V velocity downwards, V velocity backwards. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then QV cross B force will be downwards, QV cross B, but it is not moving downwards. That means there is additional force QE which is balancing it. Electric field will be created in upward direction. There will be electric field created in upward direction. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right.
Sir, but why we are taking electric field in any other forms?
Why we are taking electric field in any other?
That means whenever we are going to some other film, electric field we are considering to balance.
It is not
Lawrence
why we are
force.
taking it. It
To balance,
exists.
Lawrence force
Two.
remains first.
Net Lorentz force should remain constant. Net Lorentz force should remain 0. If it is 0 in one frame, it will be 0 in another frame. If it is maybe 2 Newton in one frame, it will remain 2 Newton in all the frames, all the
Yes, sir.
inertial frames. The frames moving with constant velocity with respect to initial velocity, the Lorentz force will not change, it will remain same only. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
with respect to persons on the charge particle be in circular motion.
How will it be in circular motion if I just keep it there? It is at rest, really. There is no velocity.
With respect to the person, It will
moves
have v
backward.
velocity backward.
With respect to person, but not in the ground frame. If it is in the ground frame at rest, then how with respect to person it will start moving circle?
But in question they asked then with respect to the observer, which of the following statements is are correct?
First, you tell me. Forget observer. There is no observer here. Tell me what will happen to the charge particle at rest.
Yes, straight line.
Will remain. It will
It
move
will remain
straight
at
line.
rest. It will remain at rest
Yes,
or
sir.
not. Now a
Yes, sir.
person starts moving. A person starts moving, and this charge is at rest only. But with respect to person, if it is y-axis of the person, it is x-axis of the person. This is the origin of the person. Person is moving, taking the y-axis along with him. Then with respect to that origin, with respect to that y-axis, won't the x will become something negative here? What will be the value of this x? If person has moved already for v time, t time, then v into t will be the distance of this x or not? Means x coordinate of the
Yes, sir.
particle will be minus vt or not? If x coordinate of the particle is minus vt, what is the y coordinate of the particle? That will remain same as before. Then what will be the velocity of this particle? That will be just minus v. Take derivative of that. So it means it will be moving in minus v I cap direction only.
But magnetic force will act on that.
Whether force x or not, but I am sure that it is kinematics, not dynamics. I don't know what is that. Person who does not even know about magnetic force or the magnetic field or anything, he will also know that if this charge is going x distance backwards in per unit time, then x upon t will be the speed, and it will appear to be in straight line only with respect to him. It is kinematics. We don't even worry about dynamics right now. We don't even know what are the forces acting on this, let us say. But this thing I can say how the path is followed. That path we can say without even worrying about the dynamics.
Yes, we can.
We can say so, right? That is clear only. It will be straight line. Now come to that point.
The second force will be acting, sir.
Yeah.
But it will be balanced again.
Sir,
Again, we lost.
wait, I will call.
Okay. Sudan,
Sure.
have you understood why it is moving in a straight line?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Then have you understood that why electric field has to be converted into magnetic field so that the net force remains zero?
Okay.
Okay. Question number 9. 10.
11.
11.
11.
11.
We are getting ABD, sir, but there have been
ABD.
mistakes here.
Ah, yes, sir. ABD. we are good.
ABD.
Both the particles move along the helical path.
First two options are okay. sir.
Is there any
Along
electric
the
field here?
Sir?
Electric field is not there.
No, sir. No, sir. Only
No, sir,
magnetic
only
field and
magnetic.
Then
velocity.
obviously A is correct only.
B
Yes,
is
sir,
also
A and
correct
B
only.
are
He is
also
also
correct.
correct.
Time period of the circular motion is
It depends. It
B
is
by
independent of alpha.
B alpha only.
2
Na,
pi
sir.
m by b
2 pi by
B
P
also.
alpha.
Yes, sir.
Alpha is same.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Same
Same
charge,
only.
same mass.
Same
Equals
mass.
to the charge particles.
Mod V1 equal to mod V2 equal
Mass.
to.
Right only. Alpha is same because equal charges and equal masses. Then third thing. Pitch of the particle at 1 is greater than the pitch of the particle at
Which is directly proportional to cos
Cos
theta. Na, sir.
V parallel into time period. Time period is same.
P is
Same.
directly proportional to V
V
cos
parallel is
theta.
V
Yes,
cos
yes,
alpha.
yes, yes.
P parallel.
He is wrong.
Correct only. Correct only.
They given wrong, sir.
Which they have given wrong.
ABCD given here, sir, but ABD we are getting.
ABD will give.
ABD getting, sir.
Right only. Next. 12.
That helps, sir.
What is the it can rotate about pp dash.
M by L is equals to 2 by 2 by 2.
Magnetic moment is outwards.
Yes, inwards, sir, inwards.
M is inverse. Then M cross B will be torque, which will be along J cap.
It will be, sir, it will be downwards, sir.
Let me check once. Minus K cap cross I cap.
Rotation, na, sir, it is.
Minus K cross I means I cross K. I cross K means minus J cap.
Yes, sir, minus.
Minus J cap. Okay. This side is the torque. Then this point will be tending to go down here. This will be tending to go down and this will be tending to go up. It will be tending to rise up.
So it will rotate. P1, P2 means it will be rotating in horizontal.
If it is rotating,
This is rotating about P1 and P2 now, sir. It will be rotating in clockwise. C will get to A will get to C. Like.
I couldn't understand what you are saying.
Sir, when it is rotating about P1 and P2, the positions of C and A will be changing now, sir. I'm asking.
Yes, those will be changing.
Then directly ML square by
We can apply torque equal to I alpha, no, sir, directly.
Torque equal to alpha we will apply to find out at this instant. If we want to find out kinetic energy, then we have to use potential energy
Yes.
formula.
I'm telling only first option we can get.
Okay, first option we can find by torque equal to alpha we can find by this way. What is torque? MB I alpha. What is moment of inertia? Due to this mass M here and length is L, distance is L by root 2, then it will be
ML square by 3, sir.
ML
For
square by
each
3.
rod,
ML
ML
square
square
by
by 3,
2
sir.
ML
For
square by
4 rods, 4 ML square by.
Not ML square by 3, ML perpendicular square by 3. Perpendicular component to the axis. 4 into M
Finally, it will
into
become
L
2
by
ML square.
root 2 square by 3, which is equal to 2
2
ML
ML
square by 3 into alpha. Into alpha is equal to I into L square into B. So getting alpha from here.
Yes,
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
3BI by 2M.
That only. As far as angular velocity is concerned, this torque, when it is rotated by 60 degree, when it is rotated by 60 degree, then the angle will become 30 degree between them. Right now it is 90 degree. After rotation by 60 degree, angle will become 30 degree. So MB sine 30 will be the torque. Okay. That is equal to I into L square into B by 2. C is also correct then. Fine or not?
Correct one.
Fine, sir.
What about D? What about D?
I think potential energy.
D is correct or not? D is also angular acceleration of the square loop when it is rotated from
Yes, sir.
starting. Correct only.
Correct only, sir.
Increase.
0, it will
D is
become
correct one. Yes.
one time it
Then
will
what about B? B I have not checked, because for B I have to write first U1 plus K1 is equal to U2 plus K2. Initial potential energy is minus M into B into cos 90, which is 0. Initial kinetic energy also 0. Final potential energy minus M into B into
Cos.
cos, sir.
cos of 60 degree, because rotated by 30 means
60.
angle will remain 60 degree. Plus kinetic energy K2, which is half into I into
That is,
omega square.
half into I omega.
I'm not solving it. You solve it now. This is 0.
We get it right, I think.
You can solve it because already we found everything. No, moment of kinetic energy also we know half into I into omega square. I we have already found out before, so we can write kinetic energy in this
By
place.
3 ml square.
M we know everything. We know we can get the answer. B is given or not?
Given, sir, right only.
Then fine. B is also right. Next, 13, 14,
Sir, 13. 13.
13 is out.
A moment of inertia.
Magnetic dipole moment of uniformly charged lamina in the shape of equilateral triangle of side A is M. When rotated about symmetrical axis AB with uniform omega, if the hexagon lamina of side A and having same charge density is rotated about A dash B dash, the dipole moment generated is 5 alpha M. Okay. Uniformly charged lamina. Lamina means sheet, I think, right? AB with uniform omega. So do one thing here. Initially, it has already magnetic momentum, and after rotating, because it has charge, so due to rotation, it will acquire other magnetic moment. If the hexagonal lamina of side A and having same charge density is rotated about A dash B dash with same angular speed omega, the dipole moment is generated is 5 alpha M. How many hexagons this will have? How many?
6 triangles, sir. 2 like initial one and 4 are allied.
It has 6 triangles.
Yes, sir.
So if I know the moment and inertia ratio, can I get the magnetic
Yes,
moment
sir.
ratio from that?
Moment of inertia ratio, yes, sir.
From that we can get, I think, magnetic moment ratio. Let us see how they have done it. 13th question. Dipole moment is M. This will become 16 M. Will it become 16 M if it is 12 alpha, 12 alpha, 12 alpha? Yes, because moment of inertia becomes 16 times. Moment of inertia is proportional to R square. No, wait a second. No, then it should not become 16 times. Let me check again.
Sir, they have taken as a that 6 triangle they have taken in a form of a triangle.
They have taken.
In form that hexagon, we can turn into a triangle now, sir, and remove.
No, I
one.
tried to do that. But I was not able to do, because when I'm doing that, I'm noticing that some triangles are left.
Not left, sir. We can fold them
Not
upward,
line,
sir.
sir.
Upward, you can fold, sir.
Like we can extend the triangle, no, sir. At the top, we can extend it.
2 triangles we can get, sir. of side
Below
2A.
triangle, you can.
Then
put
we can
up,
get
sir.
a triangle at the top and bottom.
One triangle, I'm getting this by
Yes, sir.
taking
Then
this
down also
and
same.
shifting it top. Taking
Again,
one and shifting it to the top.
again overlap these, sir.
Then the
So
lower
we
two
can put
triangles are
up.
left. This is I have found. This is the hexagon. I can convert hexagon into this shape.
Down
But what about these two?
alpha, sir. All three sets, equilateral triangle.
These are
Sir, you can put them up, sir.
which I can put up.
These two below ones, they will have same momentum as up ones, sir.
These will also have same. So I can
Alpha, sir.
wait a second. 4. I don't know how you want to put this up. How will it remain a triangle if I take this and I shift it up somewhere?
Sir,
Then density will
we
vary,
can
sir.
take again both upward this triangle and below inverted triangle as both, and we can subtract with those two momentum, sir.
This
We
one.
can take
Sir, one draw hexagon again.
Okay, this is hexagon.
Then draw one triangle upper side, sir, on upper side. Without shifting.
Out to the
Upper side.
outside, sir. Outside of
Here,
hexagon.
here.
Outside, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Similarly, downwards also one triangle.
Similarly, downward also we have to make one more triangle.
and then subtract those two
Subtract both.
small triangles moment. sir.
Okay. I got your point. I got your point.
I
Means I will take two triangles, one upward, one downwards.
I was saying
Yes,
just
sir.
double layer it,
Along
sir.
same
That's it.
This. And then from that I have to subtract this part
Yes, sir. Those two
and
small
this
parts.
part. This part I subtract, this part I subtract. Then I get a hexagon. Correct only. So what is the for the total? Is it 16m? Then 16 to the 32. 32 minus 2m, that is 30m. Right only. But how is it 16m? How is a single 2 alpha triangle 16m? That is also one question first. Two alpha. How is it 16m first of all? By this way, angular momentum is what? Angular momentum is I into omega, and I depends on mass and also depends on length square. Length is doubled, but mass also depends on area.
Yes, sir. Mass
So-
will also get them.
Area also
Volume,
gets
sir.
mass depends on area. It is areal charge density, no? Areal mass density.
We'll also
It is-
subtract mass also now, sir.
Huh?
We'll subtract mass also now, sir. Then
What
mass
subtract?
also.
Wait a second. What are subtracting? I don't know. Mass is means I can say that angular momentum is proportional to length raised to power 4. Because angular momentum is proportional to area and it is also proportional to r square. It is proportional to m and r square first of all, right? And m is proportional to area. Then length becomes proportional to area into r square. Then area is proportional to again length square. R means the distance is that is also proportional to r l square only. So it becomes l square into l square, which becomes l raised to power 4. Therefore, it becomes 16m. Okay. Right or not?
Understood, sir.
Right.
Hmm.
sir.
So therefore it became 16m, and once it became 16m, then your method was right. Very nice method. That total is becoming this plus the bottom one is 32m, and from 32m we subtract the upper part and the lower part minus 2m subtracted. Then we are getting just 30m as they have given. Next.
Sir, voting.
14th.
This was also given wrong, I think.
Sir, getting 4 given.
We are
Getting
getting
instead of
4.
14. Getting 4.
Getting the given wrong in that case.
Solution given right or not?
Solution is given right on it.
Solution right on.
And then right one, no problem, no need to discuss. 15. Sixteen. 17.
Sir,
18.
17, sir.
A particle of charge q and mass m is projected from the origin to velocity v naught I cap in a non-from magnetic field. V naught and B naught are positive constants for proper dimensions. The maximum positive x coordinate of the particle during its motion is. This we are discussed in the class only. Same question appeared and you are still not able to do. Only difference was I think I have taken B naught by R. They have given B naught into X.
I will check again and I will try second.
Okay, let me do it again. I have discussed also in the class that sine theta, final sine theta, something like that. It was when it is entering at an angle theta alpha, I think finally it becomes alpha 1 to alpha 2, something like this. There was one formula which were derived.
Yes, sir.
I don't remember the result, but I can derive it again. And I can derive it by another method also. Anyway, B is equal to B naught minus B naught into X k cap, and V naught and B naught are positive constants, the maximum positive exponent of the particle during its motion. Initially, it is along I cap, going this way, and then finally, because B is minus k cap direction, and charge is positive, how the force will be acting upwards, then it will turn in this way. And after turning, it will make a circle, maybe, or not circle, but some other path, but definitely it will not go beyond it.
At some point it will turn.
Some maximum distance. So it will have some angle of deviation 90 here. So when the angle of deviation will become 90, up to that only we have to find out. How to find when the angle of deviation becomes 90? I think we can find out by, let's say velocity at any instant of time is theta. Let us say velocity at any instant of time is v. Magnitude of velocity will not change, it will remain same. What will change only? Direction will change only. If direction only changes, then omega is also, we know, always will remain. What was omega? P alpha. It will remain constant. B, no, it will vary because B is varying. Omega will vary here. So it will become minus B naught into X into alpha if we are at a distance X. That is omega. Right? Right or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And omega can be written as omega is equal to V naught by R, or I can write omega as d theta by dt is equal to this V naught X alpha. I think this is better to solve this way only. X I have to write in terms of theta. Can I write in terms of theta X, value of X?
Yes.
If V is turned by an angle theta, then what would be X? Vx into dt. Vx into dt, or I can say I have to write X as a function of theta, then I can integrate it.
Sir, from CW I got it, sir.
From that you got?
Yes, sir.
Right. Let me check another method also, if some other. Let us say I want to get theta as a function of time, and x is given here. Theta is the angle turned by velocity. Initially it was 0, finally it is turning by an angle theta. If I get x and theta relation, then I will just integrate theta from 0 to pi by 2 and I will get the answer. Only thing is I have to write x in terms of theta. X in terms of theta, how to write? One thing is it is v cos theta into dt integral that is equal to x. That is not much useful because it is coming in integration. Or if I write dx by dt I can write as v cos theta. But that has problem that I will be getting d omega by dt from that. Okay, let us get d omega by dt. What is the problem if I get d omega by dt also? This is b naught into x into alpha, and d omega by dt will be equal to b naught into alpha into vx, where vx is equal to b naught into alpha into v cos theta. That is equal to d omega by dt. D omega by dt I can write as d omega by d theta into d theta by dt. D theta by dt is again omega, which will cancel with b naught alpha. Then I'm getting d omega by d theta is equal to d omega by d theta is equal to v
Cos theta.
V
cos
cos
theta.
theta.
This I am getting. And at last, I will be integrating it now. I think there is only two variables are remaining. Theta limits I have to put from
0 to
d
pi by.
d omega. Omega varies from which what to what. Initial value of omega we can write down. It was b naught alpha. Final value will become b naught into, if it is going d distance away, b naught into d alpha. And this is equal to v into cos theta d theta, which will be equal to, I think, cos theta d theta will be sin theta, right or not?
Integral S, sir.
Sin theta minus or plus? Anyway,
Plus
whatever
only,
it is,
sir. Integration.
finally
Plus only, sir.
after integration and putting the limit 0 to pi by 2, we will be getting v naught only. After getting v naught, we are getting b naught into alpha into d minus 1 is equal to v naught. Okay. So then we are getting finally answer as
V naught sin theta is equal to
v naught alpha into d minus 1 is equal to what they want, d?
Yes, sir. They want T.
D. I'm not getting any root terms by this method.
Just the dimensions of the MV naught by B naught Q is meters. Sir. Root or meter.
B naught into d alpha minus b naught alpha, we are getting it is equal to v naught.
V naught sin
So
theta.
then I'm getting d is equal to v naught sin theta means sin 90. It will turn by 90 degree by that time. Right or not?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Then I'm getting v naught upon b alpha is equal to d minus 1. Or I'm getting d is equal to v naught upon v alpha plus 1.
Plus 1 will be here.
V naught upon v alpha plus 1 I'm getting here. Why I'm getting different answer by this way? V naught alpha is mv naught by qb plus 1 I'm getting. Okay, I got the mistake. There was a mistake in this solution. I did not notice it. I'm cancelling d theta by dt with v naught alpha, but that is mistake here. D theta by dt cannot be cancelled with this because d theta by dt in general will be v naught into x into. Understood? V naught into x into alpha.
Sir.
So
You
that
missed
cannot be
this
cancelled.
X part.
So x part is also there in this space. Here it is x. That's
Then
why
if we
okay.
integrate, we can get x
No, I understood. There was x also along with it. That's why I was not getting that. Anyway, just leave it up. We have already answered by one way. I can get it by another way also, but no need. No, it is wasting time. 17, 18.
Sir, 18.
Voltage source B downwards. D1, D2. I think it is just cyclotron based only. What is problem in that? Neutrons after several revolutions leaves a cyclotron with kinetic energy of 16 mega electron volt. Consider them to start in the middle with negligible kinetic energy. How much time from the start in millisecond does each neutron spend in the moving D? We know time period by 2, half. That is equal to 2 pi by B alpha divided.
Sir.
Wait. Again, network problem. Don't leave the class.
Nilkanta, are they asking total time spent or
Yes.
not that
Total
total time? Total time, then we have to find out. We have to find out how many times it has to go through this. What is the gap width? Gap width is given.
Sir, gap width
Not given.
not given, sir. But there again voltage, na, sir. We can find velocity, how much at last it would be, and the initial how much, and how much is adding. We can find, na, sir.
How much is adding, but in how many steps it is adding, that we cannot find out if we don't know in how many steps it is adding. Maybe in one step only it added and then it went away like this.
I mean, initially it will be adding a 50. Initially it will be adding something.
Okay, every
and,
time it will be adding 50, 50, 50.
Ah.
I understand.
So
And
number
finally,
of
what
times you can get, sir, by
I
dividing.
understand. We can get number of times. So once we know the number of times, then time spent is pi by B alpha in 1/2. Then we can get answer from that.
Okay, sir.
Pi by B alpha is time spent in 1/2.
Yes, sir, understood.
And velocity, what is the total energy required to be added? That we can find out by knowing
Then
the
we
final
can get,
velocity.
yes.
Okay. Finally, what should be its kinetic energy? Half mv square finally should be equal to, when the radius is
Radius is equals to d, sir.
oh, they are giving already 16 mega electron volt.
Directly kinetic energy is given.
They are given, sir.
Directly
Given,
given.
sir.
Then
So
16
we
divided by
can
50.
finally
We can
divide.
find
Yes,
velocities.
16 to 10 power 3 kilo electron volt upon 50 kilo electron volt. So it will become
becomes 320, sir.
320, I think.
Yes, sir.
320 number of
20,
times.
16.
So 320 number of times in every half cycle, it will have pi by B alpha. So 320 into pi by B alpha. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Pi by B alpha or 2 pi m by B alpha?
Pi.
Sir,
Yes.
how 16 to 10 cube by 50 gives number of
Total energy is given. No, that is energy. So every time 50 kilovolt is increased. First time 50, second time 100, third time 150, so on. Then 50
Yes, sir,
into
yes.
n number of times is equal to 16 mega electron volt. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, mega means 10 power 6, na, sir.
But it is also 10 power 3 then.
Okay.
It will get cancelled.
If it is 6, then it is also 10 power 3. Though. So
Fine,
it is
sir,
same thing.
fine,
Fine.
fine.
So 320 multiplied by pi by B alpha. Okay. That's the
Okay,
time
sir.
spent. I am assuming negligible time spent in the gap. And that is, I think, a reasonable assumption only. The gap will be small, so negligible time spent in the gap. Whatever time is spent, that is spent in the circular parts. Okay.
Understood, sir.
What was this question? Interesting diagram, but you did not ask me this one.
Sir, that was easy
sir.
only, sir.
Direct
They
time
will leave
taking,
a
how much
particle.
time
When
it
will
takes.
it come to initial position, sir, again?
It is, I think, some semicircular part, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I
There
thought
too,
it is
Different
it will be
fields, sir.
R by
Just we need to
R
find the
by
total
2,
time.
and again it will be R and R by 2.
it was looking like heart shape to me. So I was thinking maybe some cardioid. There is one different graph mathematical function which gives us this kind of shape. It is not that, I think. It is just one semicircle. Again, not quarter circle.
Yes,
Sorry,
sir.
semicircle, quarter circle, semicircle. It is like that one. Okay. Anyway,
It is
fine.
same as
So now for next week we have to study, and that is
Biot
time is
Savarkar.
almost up, sir.
Biot-Savart law. Let me start that one.
Today's afternoon
Magnetic.
class.
Afternoon.
Yes,
You
sir.
can-
Today you can take.
Yes, I will take afternoon also today. We have
1
to
and a half,
attend that.
sir. 1 and a
What
half.
is what is time?
Time
12
All
20
18, 10 minutes only left.
Sir,
10
afternoon
minutes.
is not possible
Not possible today.
because at 3:15 to 4:15 class is 5, nearly 5 for junior class is there, no?
Okay. Right. And 2 to 3?
3 maths sir will take class.
2 to 3.
Chemistry
Maths sir will take.
Chemistry
Chemistry,
class,
sir.
sir.
Will
Chemistry,
take change it.
sir.
But
2 to 3.
Then do one thing
Impossible
today.
at 6 to
Night you can
afternoon.
take.
That is,
Sir, you can ask, sir.
Okay, we will discuss other, and also in case by chance if I'm not able to take the class, then I have told you that lecture you have to, the last year's lecture that I have given on YouTube, that also you go through once. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, if you go through that, then also you may start attempting the questions. From that also you can start attempting the questions. Anyway, let me discuss whatever I can discuss right now that I will see first. Magnetic field due to current carrying wire, or first of all, the better to take part of wire element, current carrying element. If I have a long wire carrying some current I, long wire, short wire, doesn't matter. I am just interested in finding current due to current carrying element, due to this part only, this red color part. What will be the magnetic field due to this? The formula is given by Biot-Savart law, that is mu naught I dl. Ideal is current element. Direction of dl vector. Dl vector will be directed along I, along the direction of current. So if current is going A to B upwards, then this will be directed upwards. If it is coming from B to A, then it will be directed downwards. Okay, direction will be along. Sorry, this one. Just wanted to remove this little part here. Right now, I am assuming it is going A to B, and this is the current carrying element direction. DL vector. Now, formula is magnetic field is given by mu naught I dl cross B divided,
R.
mu naught ideal cross R cap divided by
R.
4 pi
4 pi
R
R
square.
cube.
It is almost like Coulomb's law or the other law which we are having already. It's like in that we have K into Q by R square, no? K into dQ by R square we can say, or G into dm by R square we can say. Similarly, just this is charge element, this is mass element, and here it is current element is this total ideal. Ideal is current element, but because it is it will be giving us a vector quantity finally, and ideal is itself a vector. So from and direction of B, if it is a vector, then we have to be careful of the direction. I cannot just multiply, I cannot just write mu naught into ideal magnitude upon a 4 pi R square and assume that I will be getting the vector properly with direction. I have to be careful what is the direction here. So by conducting experiments, we already know what would be the direction. And that direction is something like this. Let me discuss for one element. If I have one element, if I'm looking at one element from the top view, and let us say this is a current carrying element coming towards me. Okay, top view I am taking. Then the magnetic field lines will be in closed loop around it. It will be in closed loop around it.
Anti-clockwise, sir.
It will be closed loops, anti-clockwise or clockwise. We will come to that. But definitely one thing is sure that it will be closed loop. How many electric field lines will magnetic field lines will be there? Infinite. I cannot draw all infinite lines. Like electric field lines are infinite, similarly magnetic field lines are also obviously infinite only.
But strength we can tell.
But out of those infinite lines, I am taking the few lines maybe. Right hand thumb rule I will use here.
And
L bar cross R bar we can apply.
Right hand thumb rule. While we use right hand thumb rule, we should know where to point out thumb and where to point out our fingers. Although it is understood that something is in circles, then fingers should be along the circles, and something is in one direction, that is current. So it should be, the thumb should be in the direction of current. So if you really want to find out what is the in what direction the magnetic field lines will be, just do one thing. Assume there is a wire. Just hold this wire by your hand.
Current is outwards, sir.
Yes, current is outwards.
Sir,
Yes.
once can you go to formula, sir?
Formula, wait a second, I will go. Wait a second. Let us see what is that formula. You will learn, no problem. That is not difficult.
Because
Focus
R
on
cube should be
direction.
there.
Students
cube.
commit mistake in direction. Listen. Students commit mistake in direction. Don't worry about formula, that you can learn. You properly take care of direction. It is not R cube, it is R square only, not R cube.
R square only.
I know you have seen in the books. Yes. Seen it written in the books. They have written it in this way. You are not understanding the difference. 4 pi R cube.
By a pi R.
Because
If I
R
take
bar
R
equals to
vector, total R vector divided by R. Okay.
will give us R cap.
Understood? One more thing I should understand. What is R representing here? See, this direction, and this direction. There are three directions I have to be careful about. I have told you only one direction till now. DL is along I cap. That is understood. I am telling you about DB, and I will be telling you about R cap. R cap is, let us say I want to find out field at point P. Then R cap will be position of R vector will be position of the position vector of point P where we want to find out the field with respect to the element. From the element up to the point where we want to find the field. Sometimes we call it as, we call R vector as vector pointing from source of the field, source point to field point. You understand the different meaning of field point? Where field is to be found. Source point, what is the source of the field? This ideal is the source of the field. So it is a vector pointing from source point to the field point. That is R vector here. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. So R cap will be one unit vector in this direction. Okay. Now, if this is right hand, right? You can see it is right hand. Thumb is pointing in which direction? Thumb will be pointing upwards, and fingers are curled in this way. Fingers are curled in this way, and thumb is pointing here upwards. I'm not able to make a nice thumb. Wait a second. Let me try to do it better. Okay. Anyway, it is whatever it is, right? This is thumb, and in this thumb is pointing in which direction? This thumb is pointing in upward direction. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. So whenever this thought comes to your mind, what will be the direction of the magnetic field? Just simply assume you are holding the wire by your right hand. You are holding the wire by your right hand, and you are curling your fingers around that wire, and thumb is pointing in the direction of current. We can hold a wire by two ways. I can hold wire by two ways: by touching the wire by taking my fingers in clockwise direction, or by anti-clockwise direction. I can do it in two ways, right? So thumb has to be always pointing in the direction of the current. Then there will be one way left only to hold the wire. I cannot hold it in two ways then there will be just one way left. Anyway, next we have one direction over, second direction over, magnetic field direction. Magnetic field will be in these circular loops. Why will it be in these circular loops? You can get idea from here also.
Because position will be changing, the point position.
This magnetic field will be perpendicular to R. So if I take a radial vector R and I have always magnetic field perpendicular to the radial
Circular,
vector, what
should
does
be
it
then
tell us?
circular.
If it is perpendicular to the radial vector, then it has to be tangential only. It is to be in circular loop,
Yes.
right? So let me take in circular way. Circular way it will be, if I take it in circular loops, ideal cross B. I is upward, dl is upwards, j cap, and R I am taking here. Sorry, let me take this as x-axis. This is, let us say,
It will be anti-clockwise.
y-axis upwards, and z will be pointing outwards. Z is outwards. So, what is pointing outwards in this question here? It
DL
is
bar.
L is outwards. It is k cap, and this diagram I am taking along j cap. R cap vector I am taking along j cap. K cross j. K cross j is, what is the direction of k cross j?
Minus I, sir.
Minus I cap, sir. Minus I cap.
Minus I.
Minus I cap.
This is the,
So it will be
then at
anti-clockwise.
this point, this is the direction of field. So it is once you have found in one direction, then in another direction it will be same way, anti-clockwise only everywhere.
Yes.
Tangential to the circles. This is how the field lines will be. I'll always tangent, not only in this innermost circle, everywhere, in any circle, it will be tangential, perpendicular to R, perpendicular to R. One more thing now, if I have to draw the field lines, then I will now not draw like this tangent vectors. I will simply draw the curvy linear field lines like this by putting some arrows. And I may not draw multiple arrows also. One arrow will be enough. Why one arrow is enough? Because if I have drawn one arrow, then that
It
is telling us
follows
everywhere
the
what will be the direction of field. If I have drawn just one arrow, that is telling us everywhere what will be the direction of field. And this field exists in the whole space. Everywhere it will be, right? So that is, again, it is not due to the entire wire. It is only due to just one small element. What would happen if I have to take due to the total wire? What would happen then?
Then it forms a cylindrical.
Then it will be forming cylindrical. Yes,
Like,
right. Or we can say
yes, cylindrical.
there will be infinite
Multiple-
lines.
yes.
There will be infinite lines. Those will be, some will be lying in same plane, some will be lying in different planes, some will be concentric. All will be coaxial. All will be coaxial. They may not be concentric, but all will be coaxial if this is the infinite
Correct.
straight wire. Okay. Then here field I can represent. This is also the way to represent cross dot, cross dot, cross dot dot. What does it tell us?
On right side.
Right hand side
Nice.
field is into
Side
the
it will
place
be
of
So
the
right
inverted
side it will be
direction.
downwards, sir, and left side it will be upwards.
Sir,
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 Yes.
nothing, sir. Continue.
So basically, just wait. I said that here I am representing current outwards. Okay, with red color I am representing the current, and the magnetic field lines are in anti-clockwise circles. In the second case, I am representing current along this straight line. Current along this straight line. If I represent current along this straight line, how to represent the magnetic field lines? I can represent magnetic field lines by dots and
Yeah,
crosses
that's coming outward.
in the space. Okay. Left side it is coming outwards, magnetic field is coming outwards. Right side it is going into the plane of the paper.
So voice is
And then
breaking.
from back side it is returning back. And this is again a closed loop only. This is going into the plane, from back side coming out again. And there can be infinite such circles, and there can be infinite such dots and crosses. One dot represent one magnetic field line coming out. One cross represents one magnetic field line entering into the plane. Okay. Understood?
Okay, sir.
Right. Now, how to find out the net magnetic field due
Right.
to infinite wire? To find net magnetic field due to infinite wire, I have to integrate the elements. Okay, I have to take some dl vector here, and then I have to integrate it. That part I can maybe do in the evening. Okay, or otherwise you just please go through the last year's lectures also once, which I have posted already. Go through that, and if I get time, I will take in the evening. I will discuss with Ramesh Dev. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.